New Yorkers, they're rude, they're crude, they don't give you any time, no one's friendly when you walk down the street. I don't get that.
No,
I don't
it's
get
not
that
true.
at all. I actually love the
That's a huge
people.
misconception,
It's a huge
yeah.
misconception. When we walk down the street, I love how friendly people are to.
He spent years rebuilding homes for others, but when his own world began to crumble, there was no blueprint to save him. Behind the camera-ready smile of Property Brothers, Drew Scott was fighting a silent battle that would test his body, his spirit, and everything he thought he knew about success. He had fame, fortune, and a dream life millions envied, until it all came crashing down. Behind the cheerful face on Property Brothers, Drew Scott was hiding a painful tragedy that almost destroyed everything he'd built. The world saw success, charm, and effortless confidence, but few knew the storm that raged behind that bright TV smile. To millions, he was the man who could turn any crumbling house into a dream home, a symbol of optimism, creativity, and family. But when the cameras stopped rolling, Drew was fighting a silent battle that left him questioning everything: his health, his happiness, even his future on the show that made him a household name. On April 28, 1978, in Vancouver, Canada, Drew and Jonathan Scott came into the world as identical youngest members of the Scott family. From the very beginning, their lives were filled with creativity, imagination, and discipline. Growing up on a modest ranch outside the city, they learned early what it meant to work hard and dream to big. Their father, Jim Scott, had once been part of Hollywood's film industry as an actor and stuntman. Though he left that glittering world behind to raise a family, his stories of movie sets, danger, and adventure lit a spark in his boys. He taught them that courage wasn't about fame. It was about doing what you love, no matter how tough it gets. Their mother, Joanne Scott, was the heart and structure of the household. She believed in kindness, curiosity, and education, making sure her sons understood that success begins with discipline. At age 8, the twins took their first entrepreneurial step, crafting and selling nylon-wrapped door-to-door. They worked together like a tiny business team, Drew handling the sales pitch while Jonathan perfected the product. When a neighbor placed a bulk order, it showed them the power of persistence and partnership. They were no longer just kids earning pocket money. They were budding entrepreneurs, dreamers already learning how to turn ideas into reality. As teenagers, Drew and Jonathan's ambition grew far beyond their years. They weren't content with ordinary summer jobs. Instead, they performed as clowns at children's parties, mastering the art of comedy, timing, and connection, of magic that came from confidence and heart. Those early performances would one day help them command cameras, construction crews, and audiences of millions with the same effortless charm. For Drew, sports once seemed like the future. Tall, strong, and determined, he poured his energy into basketball, dreaming of going pro. But a series of painful injuries crushed that dream, forcing him to face an unexpected reality. It was a setback that hurt deeply, yet also opened a new door. Still, Hollywood was unpredictable. There were long stretches without work, endless auditions, and constant rejection. To stay afloat, Drew turned to real estate, something both brothers had explored during university. Renovating homes by day and chasing acting gigs by night, he found a rare balance between creativity and practicality. Those dual passions, property and performance, would one day define his entire career. In 2006, he moved to Vancouver to pursue acting risk that left him in debt, but also reignited his determination. He rebuilt his career by blending real estate expertise with entertainment. Alongside his brothers, Drew co-founded Davidian Production Group in 2002, producing independent film and TV projects, proof that he was chasing his dreams from multiple angles. By the late 2000s, reality TV was booming, and networks were hunting for the next big idea. A production company, Cineflix, was searching for a fresh real estate concept. Originally pitching a show called Realtor Idol, The idea eventually evolved into My Dream Home, a program focused on helping families find and renovate houses within their budgets. When Drew came on board, he saw the potential, but also what was missing. He suggested bringing in his twin brother, Jonathan, whose renovation expertise would complement his own real estate skills. The moment the producers saw them together, everything clicked. Their effortless chemistry, humor, and sibling banter created magic on screen. The formula was simple, yet powerful. Drew helped families search for affordable homes, while Jonathan turned those spaces into dream havens. But it wasn't just about paint colors or floor plans. It was about hope, emotion, and transformation. Viewers connected deeply with the real moments, the laughter, the stress, and the tears of joy when the final reveal happened. With Property Brothers thriving, the Scotts built not just a show, but an empire. What began as a single series soon blossomed into a full-fledged brand. Spin-offs like Brother vs. Brother, Property Brothers, Forever Home, and Celebrity IOU brought fresh twists and emotional storytelling to the screen. Each new project deepened their connection with audiences, whether it was the sibling, rivalry of brother versus brother, or the heartfelt gratitude of celebrities giving back on Celebrity. IOU, their production company, Scott Brothers Entertainment, expanded rapidly, producing not only home renovation series but also lifestyle and scripted projects. Books, podcasts, and product lines followed, turning the twins into a global phenomenon. But behind the success, life was far from glamorous. The workload was relentless. Endless travel, 16-hour filming days, media appearances, and the constant pressure to stay upbeat and perfect for the camera. Every smile came with exhaustion. Every episode meant weeks away from family. As the empire grew, criticism inevitably followed. Lawsuits from a few dissatisfied homeowners in 2019 briefly threatened to tarnish their spotless image. The headlines stung, but Drew remained composed. The same calm, polished professional everyone saw on screen. By 2019, viewers noticed something was off. Drew Scott was missing from episodes of Property Brothers. Social media buzzed with rumors. Did he quit? Was there a fight with Jonathan? Or was something darker happening behind the scenes? The truth was far worse than anyone expected. For over a year, Drew had been secretly battling a mysterious illness. What started as simple fatigue turned into constant dizziness, digestive pain, and heat intolerance so severe that studio lights felt unbearable. Test after test brought no answers, until doctors finally discovered the cause: mercury poisoning and chronic fatigue syndrome. It wasn't just a setback, it was a fight for his life. Drew stepped away from filming. Jonathan kept the show running, but behind the scenes, he was watching his brother fade. And there was nothing he could do to fix it. Months of detox, strict diets, rest, and emotional therapy followed. Drew had to rebuild his health slowly, piece by piece. When he finally returned, fans saw the change right away. He looked calmer, healthier, and more grounded. Nearly collapsing had given him a new outlook, where peace and health mattered more than fame. By sharing his journey, Drew inspired thousands silently battling their own invisible illnesses. His honesty reminded people that even the strongest-looking lives have hidden struggles. Through it all, one person stayed by his side, Linda Fan. They met in 2010 during a Scott Brothers event in Los Angeles. What began as a simple conversation turned into a deep bond built on creativity and understanding. Linda's calm nature balanced Drew's fast-paced, spotlight-filled world. While he was on camera, she stayed behind the scenes, organizing, supporting, and bringing calm to the chaos. In 2022, everything changed when they welcomed their son, Parker James Scott. The moment Drew held him, he knew no achievement could ever compare to family. Fatherhood grounded him like nothing else ever had. Today, beyond television, Drew is a strong advocate for eco-friendly design and sustainable living. Through books, podcasts, and talks, he encourages people to build homes that not only reflect who they are, but also respect the planet. Drew Scott's story is one of resilience and reinvention. From a small Canadian ranch to global fame, from burnout to healing, from dream homes to building a family, his journey proves that real strength is not perfection, but perseverance. His message is simple. Success isn't about fortune or fame. It's about health, love, balance, and gratitude. Even when life breaks your walls, you can rebuild, stronger, wiser, and more thankful than before. In the end, Drew Scott didn't just rebuild houses, he rebuilt himself. From the brink of collapse to a life rooted in love, health, and purpose, he proved that the greatest renovation isn't made of wood or stone, but of the human spirit. Because sometimes, the most beautiful homes are the ones we build within ourselves, within